Welcome to Silver Linings Talk Show. Today is our holiday episode, and our set is a little bit different today. Thank you to our guest, Sheri Giancarlo, and she is with Interiors, and we are so excited to have her here today. We're going to get into some fun, but before we do that, I really want you to share with us your amazing tagline that ties into how you work with your clients. And I really love this because it's very different. So please share that tagline with us because, like I said, it's very special.
Thank you for having me today. So my tagline is, within your home resides your story. And that's where the name of my company was born from, that tagline.
It's with Interiors.
With Interiors, correct. Yes.
And can you just tell us a little bit about how you work with your clients? Because you, I think, have something that's a little different and unique.
Yes, so what I do is I create digital interior design concepts, and I provide my clients with a visual PDF with vignettes that shows them how their spaces are going to look. And then I also provide them with links to all of the items and products that I want them to purchase. So that's a little bit different than a traditional interior design firm, whereas I'm not marking up any of the goods because I'm basically doing retail, which makes interior design affordable for most people, and I do work with a variety of budgets, and I can also work remotely. So I have clients in Florida and other locations, so it's very efficient and effective for most people.
I love it. And today you are here, and I'm so excited, is we're going to be doing some fun things, but our focus today for design is about the holidays.
Yes.
So one thought that we had together while we were chatting was, what is something that we do for ourselves decor-wise for the holidays? And each one of us was able to identify something. So yes. I want us to kind of share what that is.
Okay, so my favorite thing that I love to do at the holidays is decorate my window boxes outside my home and all the flower pots. I do decorate the inside of the house, but I love doing that the most. And I usually start it right after Thanksgiving, and I use live greens, and they last until about March.
Awesome. What about you, Diane? What do you do?
Well, of course, being the fashionista gal I am, I like to bling it up. So I bring out all my sparkly jewelry and all my pretty velvet and satin clothes and curl my hair, maybe make it look a little more special than just an everyday kind of look, or maybe do some clips in my hair with sparkle or some headbands or things like that.
Awesome.
Nice.
How about you, Lynn?
Mine is about food. It's about Christmas Day and making a special menu that includes everyone who's going to be sitting around my table. My Christmas Day is a good 8 hours long with my immediate family, and I just want to make sure that everyone gets a taste of something new, something that's their favorite, and it just, I don't know, satisfying the stomach, right, is just so important, I think.
Yes, absolutely.
So yours is an extension.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is kind of just for me. So mine is every year I put up a Victorian Christmas tree, and I have for probably at least 10 years. And I put it up in my dining room. So it is like my very special tree that I love that's just for me. And, in talking about what we do for the holidays, I think we had discussed about, maybe giving our viewers 3 tips. And you had 3 awesome tips for organization and decoration of your home for the holidays. So can you share those 3 tips?
So One thing that I do every year is I take pictures of the decor in my house. I decorate my whole first floor, bathrooms, everything included. And I take pictures of what I've created so that I don't have to rethink it for the next year. And, or it's a jumping off point for the next year. And then I also store all of those decorations in smaller bins, like for the foyer or for the mantle or for the hutch. And I do that so that the next year when I am ready to decorate, I just grab that one bin, and then I can chip away at the decorating bin by bin, and because I store mine in the basement, it's easier for me to carry them up and down stairs.
I love that tip.
And then
I'm taking that one home.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and then the third one that I like to do too is the holidays can be very specific, like Christmas or Hanukkah, but there's also a larger theme at play, which is winter here in the Northeast. So I like to keep like some of my greens out throughout the season, like into February and March. So I might put away, I celebrate Christmas, so I might put away specific Christmas items, but keep out snowmen or snowflakes and greenery, things like that.
I love those, and I think I have to get more wintry items for my house because I do decorate more for one particular holiday, and then it's like gone.
Yeah,
It's like,
why not
okay.
extend it?
Well,
Extend it.
exactly. And
Yes.
some of the tablescape that you have here, the greens and the pine cones and candles, those are, winter, and those can
Yeah,
stay
all
for a
winter
while.
long.
And then you just take away the reindeer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So one thing that I love and I'm super excited about, and I'm excited for our viewers to see this, is we get to do a hands-on experience with you.
Yes.
And so when we come back, Sheri is going to be walking us through creating our own tablescape that you can do in your home for the holidays, and you're going to talk about some of those design elements as we go through it, and I'm so excited.
And I don't know about you, and I don't know about you, Diane, but I've only done centerpieces. Let's be honest. So
Like the bowl of fruit.
a tablescape to me is a whole new experience.
So I'm psyched
Can't wait
for
for
this
this.
experience. We'll be right back. So Sheri, let's begin.
Okay.
We're excited to see what you got for us.
First, I just want to say that the tablescape that I'm creating is generally for a rectangle or oval-shaped table that seats about 6 to 8 people. But whatever what I'm creating for you, you can scale it down to your own size table. If you have like a round or a square table, you can scale it down. And normally, I would be having like a wood surface, so that's why we have this tablecloth today. But how I start this is I put out a table runner, and I just want to mention that the tablescape that I'm creating is more of a monochromatic color scheme, which means the colors are all going to be, in this case, they're going to be neutral shades of silver, gray, and tans, and a lot of creams, because that's what I have in my home. But you could create this to whatever color you like.
And I love that you're
Awesome.
presenting it this way, because then people can see like where they might want to put their own pop of color or personality into it.
Exactly.
All right, cool.
So the first thing we do is we lay out this table runner. Another thing I want to mention with monochromatic color schemes is when you bring in a lot of texture, that's what makes a monochromatic color scheme interesting.
So do you want this smooth, or do you?
No, this is fine, but this is like a cottony burlappy texture. So we're going to be using woods and metals and some glass, some reflective elements. So those are the things that when you have a lack of color, the texture is what makes it more interesting. Okay, so my lovely assistants are going to be handing me items as I go along. So Lynn, can you hand me that?
The tray.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to start with is with a tray. This is going to anchor the entire tablescape. And I like to not put it straight across. I like to put it at an angle, because as I add elements to this, it's going to create jogs, visual jogs that go like in and out, and it's going to be like a rhythm, like up and down. So that's the first
I like
thing.
the way you refer to it as rhythm.
Yes, rhythm is one of the principles of interior
As
design.
I'm looking at things, a lot of the stuff you have is winter. Diane
Yes.
lives in the South
yes,
now, so I was thinking,
yes.
can you incorporate, even if it is for the holiday, summer type things like seashells?
Absolutely. If you know, what would really, I'm going to be using some snowflakes in this, so what would really be a good substitute for that is starfish.
Ooh.
Like some sparkly starfish.
What do you
That
think
would
about
be
that, Diane?
Really cool.
I love it.
And you could use like sand in here, seashells. There's a lot you can do with this. Sea glass.
So what's next?
So what's to go in here?
Okay, so the next thing, can you hand me that lantern, please?
Absolutely. I love this one.
Yeah, so I just want to mention that I've collected a lot of these items at local stores, like Home Goods is one of my favorites, TJ Maxx, Christmas tree shops. You don't have to spend a lot of money to create a beautiful tablescape, and a lot of these items I already have at my home and I use throughout the year, so it's not just specifically for that. So the next thing you can hand me, please, Lynn, you can start with all those tall candlesticks.
The tall ones, okay.
Yep. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to, you can hand me the short ones too. What we're doing is I'm expanding beyond the tray now, and I'm going to go a little bit outside of this tray, and we're going to create, let's do it like this. So if you were able to look down, you're going to start to see that I'm creating like a zigzag rhythm with a line, so that just keeps your eye going like in and out and in and out, and it just makes it very interesting.
I like that. So it's not just
Exactly.
It's not like
one straight line.
Exactly. So could you hand me the Christmas trees, please? Or actually, they're not Christmas trees. They're just wooden trees. So here's another little something you can throw in just to add a little bit of shape. This happens to be the same color, but it adds shape and some texture. How about the reindeer? Can you hand me those? Awesome. So the reindeer, I'm going to just place over here on the outside like this. They're just gonna, again, this is a metal, so you have metal, wood, more metal. We're gonna be introducing some glass. There's some glass in here. And also, at the end, when I add all the candles, when this is lit up at night, it takes on a whole other type of a look that's very beautiful. Yeah. So, Dina, on your side, can I have those tall candlesticks? The candlesticks, yep.
Yes.
That's great.
Oh, okay, now this is almost black, so I like that.
Yeah, these are like, yeah, and they're like a hammered metal finish. So, oops, what I'm doing here, it's just creating like a little shape beyond the center. So next, can you hand me the little glass jars?
Yep.
So these I'm going to place at the end here and here. So now we have some glass. And I don't know if the viewers can tell, but you can start to see like going from the outside and we're coming up like that. So it creates a nice rhythm. Can you please hand me the candles, those, yep. So we're gonna put one up here and one over here.
Oh, I like how okay, you're not just putting tall and tall.
Right, exactly.
I wouldn't always think to do that.
Then I need the greenery. Where did we put the greenery? Yep. Okay.
I have it.
Okay. So with this greenery, these are just simple, already pre-packaged from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just going to be putting these in. I have about 6 of them here, so these I'm just going to be placing here, and I'm going to run them through the center of this, so kind of like all 4 corners are going to get covered. And I'm kind of extending them beyond the edges, so you want to go beyond the edges of your tray. And that was all of them, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next little something we're going to add here are some ornaments.
Cool.
So these ornaments, I'm just going to put like one up here, one over here.
I was wondering what you were going to do with
Throw
that.
some in here like that. And then I also have some snowflakes. So
Beautiful.
these snowflakes, I'm just going to be popping in like this. And what makes this really nice is that you can, no matter where you're seated at the table, you have a view all the way around. And then one last thing that you can add to this is I like to add string lights, battery operated string lights to a lot of my decor. So you just kind of throw this in there. You can't really see it, and you can kind of fuss with how you want the wire to be. And
Diane,
so
there's your bling.
yeah, there's the bling. And so this is the tablescape, but no tablescape is complete without the dinnerware. So this is what I would be using in my home. I always use a charger. And then I'm layering this with grays and creams, my bohemian plates, and then I just have some napkins that have a little bit of a holiday print on them, and I use these simple little grapevine wreath. These are like 25 cents at craft stores, and then you just, let me see if I can put this out here without knocking anything over, and that's it.
That is gorgeous.
This is absolutely stunning.
It's gorgeous.
I don't
love
know
it.
that I could recreate it as
Yes, you
simply-
could.
So
Yes,
what
you
I would do is I would take a picture of this.
Yes.
And then I have a framework to use. So I could go out to some of these local stores and say, I'm looking for something about this height. I'm looking for this, because this is absolutely gorgeous and I love it.
We might have this stuff in our home.
In your home.
We might, and now we'll be able to like actually recreate it.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you.
Diane, what are your thoughts?
What do you think, Diane?
Can you do this?
Well, I was wondering if you wanted to do colors. Do you think of it as like I do 3 colors usually. So it could be maybe light pink, beige, and gold.
Absolutely,
instead of,
absolutely. And like these, you could use crystal candle holders. You could use live greens if you wanted. You can put berries in this. You could use crystal reindeer or snowmen figures. This is really, like Dina said, the framework for how to create a tablescape.
Gorgeous.
I love it.
Awesome.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome.
try
You're
it.
so welcome. I'm glad you liked it.
It's been a pleasure to have you. Thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming.
Well,
Thank
you're
you
still
for
with
having
us
me.
anyways.
Thank you.
So we've decorated our table, right? So now Diane is going to give us a couple tips for decorating ourselves for the party. So
Yay!
Diane.
So, and maybe we want to kind of match the table. Depends, right? What's going on? That could be kind of cool,
Ooh.
right?
It's a great idea.
I'm already in green.
And I'm in green too, green velvet. So I
Yes.
feel like I would match that table perfectly.
Yes.
People ask all the time, when can I start wearing velvet? And I always tell them, starting around Halloween time, bring out your velvet and then wear it through Valentine's Day. I mean, typically by the end of February, then you can go ahead and switch out. But it's really fun to go ahead and pull that velvet out of the closet. So many people have it and they just don't even wear it or bring it out.
Yeah.
The other thing I wanted to talk about is that to do something fun, something blingy that's classy. The new thing is the Hailey Bieber. She made it famous. These nails. So, and all the salons are doing it. You ask for a simple coat of white. These are gel. This is a gel polish, but a simple 1 coat of white. And then they put chrome on top and they rub the chrome in. And it's just a nice, classy, blingy way without being, really blingy, just something that goes with everything all during the holidays. You can go to any party, wear any outfit, and have these beautiful nails and just feel really pretty.
Awesome.
Oh, that's really
Thank you.
great, Diane. Thanks for sharing
Do you have any
that.
questions about the velvet or the
Well, I
holiday
wore my
dressing?
velvet today.
I wore velvet boots.
I have
So-
satin.
So we were trying to incorporate our velvet in little ways that we could. So thank you, Diane. So we've got our table set. Now we know how to get ourselves set for the velvet. Now we have Lynn.
Around the holidays, we get inundated with a lot of sweets. And we don't always want to have tons of them. So I came up with a very healthy way to have cake.
Carrot cake.
Well, one of the all-time favorites, right? So Dina came and visited me, and we made some carrot cake bites.
Yeah, so why don't you watch the video?
We're welcoming Dina to my kitchen, and we know when we're approaching the holidays, we tend to sometimes overindulge in sweets, right?
Yeah.
So we wanted to present you with this is a vegan, gluten-free, for everybody, carrot cake bite. So why don't we just start dumping the ingredients in as we talk. So we have grated carrots, and I doubled the recipe, so dump those right in. And
how much carrot?
That's 1.5 cups. So normally, you know, in the holidays, we're like, okay, we have a big cake, right? What do we do with the big cake? We're gonna eat it. Well, this way we're gonna have mini bites that you can put in the freezer and just take as you need. Next, we're gonna add our almond butter, creamy almond butter.
Yummy.
Yeah, and you know, this you can do cashew butter if you wanted with this recipe too.
Sunflower butter.
Right. And then we're gonna have our vanilla extract, which I measured out already.
Oh, perfect.
And
how much of this?
This is, actually that's 4 teaspoons. It's supposed to be, you know, so I doubled it. Because I wanted you to take some home with you today, because we gotta test this out. We're gonna do the maple syrup, which is the only vegan sweetener really out there that's not processed. So dump that right in. And if you need any, we got some nice handy tools there for you to use. And then we got our cinnamon and our cardamom and our salt.
And that's all already mixed
together. And we can go ahead and dump in our, instead of almond flour, we're using coconut flour. Which is a flour substitute that is gluten-free as well. And then we're gonna dump in some medjool pitted dates that I chopped up. And
I love these.
Yeah, we're gonna mix this all together. And when we come back, we're gonna have the balls all formed for you, and you'll see what they look like. As you see, we've been rolling away after we mixed it up, and I'm topping it with a yogurt and powdered sugar mix. Now you can make this a vegan depending on what type of a yogurt mix you make. So a great substitute for a carrot cake, and I will put in the credits where I got this recipe if you're interested. Always options instead of the gluttonous things that we can do over the holidays, shall I say, right?
Yeah, and I like this also because you're not having like a full big slice of carrot cake. You're just having a couple little bites, which is awesome.
There you have it.
Yeah. So Lynn, I have to tell you, we snacked on those, and those were absolutely delicious. So we will be sharing that recipe for sure. So we wanted to wrap up our show today with, Sheri had sent in 3 pictures that I thought would be really fun just to kind of talk about, and there are 3 pictures from your home. So can you just share us little design thoughts of these?
So this was the tablescape that I created last year, which is a little bit different. This one's a little bit more woodland based, where that one's a little bit more glamour based with the gold and some silver. So that was last year's. And
your runner is also
the same runner.
Flat.
No, I like to wrinkle up the runner too.
Yes.
That makes a nice little texture.
This is beautiful.
This is the fireplace in my living room, and again, I use another monochromatic color scheme because I have an open floor plan, so I like to create harmony between spaces and run, similar colors throughout the space. So, yeah, that's how I decorate the mantle. Lots of flowers and strings with like little gold beads on them.
Beautiful.
I love the idea of flowers in the winter.
Yes, and
That's
then
brilliant.
this is the table in my foyer. When you walk in my house, it has my parents, my in-laws, and my son, and my husband and I, all family photos right there. That's up all year round, those pictures, and then I just augment it with some Christmas decor.
I love
candles, and I light up the tree and things like that.
I love it. Beautiful.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
So we are out of time today, but I have to tell you, this was such a fun episode for the holidays because we got to play.
And I don't think the set ever looked more beautiful.
It never has.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
So we hope you take some of these ideas and bring them into your home, and how you dress yourself for the holiday. Thank you, Diane. And how you can bring a little sweet treat that is also healthy into your day. So
It'd be fun if people sent you the pictures of their
oh my
tablescapes,
God, I love
too.
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
that'd be great.
That's a great idea. Send us photos. Bye.
Yay, I'm inspired.
Happy holidays.
Happy
Happy holidays, everybody.